Hi, today we're going to talk about organizational culture approaches. We're going to look at the benefits, the challenges, and the application of these approaches to my internship. We are going to be exploring Edgar Sheen's three methods of understanding organizational culture in this presentation. According to Edgar Sheen, there are three approaches to organizational culture. The first method states that organizational culture is influenced by many external factors, including leadership, strategy, and structure. It implies that culture may be managed or altered to meet certain corporate objectives. The second method views organizational culture as a shared worldview that influences behavior and decision making. It highlights the necessity of comprehending the fundamental assumptions and values that define a culture. Lastly, the third approach emphasizes the dynamic character of culture and its evolution over time. It sees culture as a result of social interaction and learning formed by shared experiences and traditions. Let's look at the benefits of each approach. Firstly, the external factors allows for intentional culture management and change. Secondly, it has a shared worldview. It promotes a deep understanding of organizational values and assumptions. Thirdly, there's a dynamic evolution. It recognizes culture's adaptability and organic growth over time. In terms of challenges of each approach, the first one, in external factors, there's an oversimplification of complex cultural dynamics. In the second, shared worldview one, there's difficulty in changing deeply ingrained assumptions. Thirdly, in the dynamic evolution one, there's less control over cultural direction. In order to select the best approach for an internship site, like the one that I'm working at, I'll employ the following approach. First, you have to assess the current culture. You have to evaluate the existing cultural elements and practices to understand what is going wrong where. Secondly, based on the assessment, you have to identify goals. You have to determine which is the desired cultural outcomes for this program. Thirdly, you have to choose the approach. You have to select the method aligning with your assessment goals and the best way to achieve those goals. In terms of importance of organizational culture, firstly, it leads to employee engagement. It fosters motivation, loyalty, and job satisfaction in employees. Secondly, in terms of performance, it drives productivity and quality of work. Thirdly, in terms of innovation, it encourages creativity and problem solving. Lastly, it creates a brand identity for the company and it shapes the company's image and reputation. There are various ways to improve business processes through culture. It can be done through communication. You have to encourage open dialogue and which leads to enhancing information flow and decision making in a company. Secondly, collaboration. Shared values promote teamwork and knowledge sharing among all the employees and therefore lead to cohesiveness between teams. Thirdly, adaptability. Positive culture fosters flexibility and change readiness so that teams are able to face whatever they encounter. In terms of application to the culture approach at my internship site, I would look at the following. Firstly, to promote more open communication. I think there should be if there is a mentor and mentee program, there should be like candid feedback between them so they can understand what is going on in terms of interns mindset, where they're coming from, where they're facing hardship, and how they can get more mentorship from the mentors. Secondly, there should be a promotion of work-life balance. Um, Companies should encourage manageable workloads and provide time for relaxation. Lastly, the assignments that we get allotted to should be more meaningful. They could look at providing more challenging tasks aligned with the company objectives.